My name is Jerica Mumford, and I'm going to walk you through how to set up a new show from scratch. So I typically recommend that a show get copied from a previous event that is similar to yours. So if this is a first time show for you, I would reach out to the office and ask if they have a similar show that you might be able to duplicate and then modify. That will give you already an existing class list, and you will just have to make edits for it. But in this video, I'm going to show you how to add classes, edit classes, add entries, enter results, download a show program. The first place to go when you're going to create a new event is to the show and events list on the left. If you don't see this list on the left, there's this button up in the top left corner to expand and to collapse. So we'll go to show and events. You will go to add show. You're going to fill in the information about your show and you're going to hit add. If it's an ILR show, make sure to check this box. Once you've submitted this is going to go to the ILR office for approval. You won't be able to modify anything until the show is approved. Once you have your show approved, you can search for it in this list. I created a test show for the purposes of this. I'll browse to my show. You'll see all of the information that you previously populated will show up on this calendar. You can also hit this edit button in the top right and modify what you need to modify. You can also assign the event to someone else. So if you have a clerk that's going to be helping you with the show, you could assign it to them as well. The next step is adding judges to your show. Go to the judges list and hit add judges. Some of the judges are going to show up in this drop down, but you can also search, and that's the easiest way to do it. So I'm going to add a couple judges to my show. And this information is public information. So once you've added judges, anyone who is an ILR member can see this list. That is also true of the pricing list. So let's add a few prices to our pricing list. This has some default pricing. You can select one of these options and then change the price. If there's something that you're looking for that you cannot find, you can hit add custom pricing and manually type in a title and a description. My show is going to have meals at the show, so I'm going to add a dinner. This is considered an other fee. The class fees would be specific to class entry fees like halter, performance, futurity, or fleece. Anything else is going to be an other fee. I'm also going to add some pricing for my halter classes. And this is going to default to a price. You can change it. I'm going to add performance. Again, it's going to default to a price. You can change it. And you would continue doing that. There are also stall fees available in the list. And there's some sponsorship fees as well. Once you have all of your pricing added, you can start working on your class list. To add a class, you would say add classes. This is going to have a list of a whole bunch of classes that have been used in the past. I advise trying to use the classes that already exist in the system. It'll just make it so you don't have to enter as much information. So I'm going to set up one of my halter classes. Let's say Silky Female. So I'm going to search Silky. And I have here a juvenile silky wool. It's going to default to halter. For EYP, I'm going to select halter division. For my class pricing, I'm going to select halter, and these were set up under your class pricing list on the previous step. Can select a judge, and whether it's an ILR SD points class or not. And this one is. Examples of ones that aren't ILR SD points would be like your best spread and owned class, your jackpot performance class. A best in show class is not SD points either. So if you have questions about what is eligible for the SD points class, I would consult your guidelines, but you can also reach out to the office and they can help you. It's also going to want me to select a championship class. I haven't set up my championship classes yet, so I'm going to circle back to this. Show order would be the order in your particular show. So what this defaults to is never going to be correct. I'm going to say this is the first class of the day, and I'm going to put in a 1. The animal age should default depending on the class that you selected, but you can also modify those. This is not a championship class. This is just my regular juvenile silky wool female class. So I'm going to uncheck that box and add. Next, I'll add my yearling. I'll again select pricing, select my UAP category, select a judge, indicate if it's a points class or not. I'm going to circle back to the championship show class, select show order, unmarked championship class, and add. Next, I'll do my adult, add pricing, add UAP points category, SD points, a judge. It's my third class of the day. We'll circle back to the end there. I am going to combine my adults with my 2-year-old classes. That way, I can just change this to 24 months and add. I'm going to add my championship class next. Champion Silky Female. It's a halter division. It's worth halter UAP points. It does not have class pricing. It is a point class. It is a championship class. And it's going to be my 4th show of the day. It does look like it is requiring me to put a price here. So I'm going to select halter just so I can move forward. But no one's actually going to sign up for this class, so it's going to have no impact. Now that I have my championship class entered, I can go back and add my championship class to my regular classes. I'll select champion silky female on my juvenile, yearling, and adult classes. Looks like I messed up on the show order here, so I'm going to go back in and change it to a 4. You can sort by show order, so as you're working through adding classes, that can be helpful. You can also sort by division. So if we had multiple here, you could sort by that. You can sort by UAP subcategory or whether it's an SD points class. I've added a few more classes to my show, and next I'm going to show you how to add an animal entry. We'll browse to entries, add animal entry, and you can search for your animal either by an ILR ID number or a name. From here, when you select courses, some of the courses will show up here. You can also search for courses. Depending on the animal's age, the halter or fleece divisions will capture what they are eligible for. This animal is 18 months. She's a female. It's going to only give me silky wool female as an option for her. It's not going to give me silky wool adult male. I can then assign a show number. Select which owner. If they're co-owned, you can select the one that's actually attending your show. For example, if only one of the co-owners is coming, you can select the one that's actually coming. Then it will group them together on that person's invoice. You also still have the option to select a different exhibitor that will actually be showing the animal. You can select anyone with an ID number by searching their name. Or you can select non-member exhibitor and type in their information. Also, if you wanted to add multiple classes to the same animal, you can just keep adding them to this select classes button. You can search and just keep adding until you have all of the classes added for that animal. When you're done, you'll just hit add. And that will generate your entries into the system. If you needed to come back and edit, just hit the edit button, make the changes you need here, and save. You can also delete by hitting the delete button. You can continue to add animal entries, or if you're done adding animal entries for that exhibitor, you can browse to the item entries, select add item entry, find your owner, and add stall fees. You can add advertising, whatever they sign up for on their list. Once you're done with their halter and their item, or their class entries and their item entries, you can download the invoice. This will generate an invoice to be sent to the exhibitor. You can download this as a PDF. Once you've entered all of your animals that are coming to your show into the system, you can download a show program by going to the Results tab. The show program I have found works best when you download it on Google Chrome. I tried Safari, a different web browser, and it wasn't working for me. It will generate a CSV file that you can open and use for your show program. It'll have your entries listed and all of your classes listed as well. After your show, this is also where you will add your results. You'll just hit the Add Results button, find the class you're looking for, and add the placements here. You can add for multiple judges, and then if you were to check, you'd see that your animals are added here. You would go through each class. After that, you would come in and enter your championship class. Your championship class results are going to have every animal that was entered in that division. You would then submit your results. When you're all done, you can publish your results. I've covered the basics of entering a show in this video, but if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or the office. I again find it the easiest to duplicate a show that has already happened and then modify that show to suit your needs. If you were to do that, it would come over with a pricing list already, a class list already, and you would just go in to the class list and edit what you need to edit and save. That's the same with the pricing list. You would go to the pricing list, edit what you need to change, and save. Thank you for watching this video.